Hi, my name is Kaya from Notes by Kaya, and we are going to talk about healing and being a mom. So, do you have to heal to be a good mom? Let's talk about that. First, let's talk about what it looks like not being healed and being a mother. So, when we don't take the time to work on us individually, what can happen is that we bring all those other things that happen in our life and we put it onto our child. The same thing with if you had a bad relationship and then you get into a new one and you catch yourself like, oh, you have to be cheating because you're doing this, or, whatever, and you're bringing old baggage from an old relationship into the new relationship, and they're like, hey, I'm not them. And so you really have to learn to get over those things in order to let the relationship be everything that it should be. So it's kind of the same thing. Many of us, depending on how your relationship was with your parents, either you're like, I want to be just like them, or you're like, I don't want to be anything like them. Or maybe you're somewhere in the middle and, like, there are some things that they did great, but then there's some things that I also want to change. And um, so even those negative things we can put onto our children. So it might be the way that you speak to your child. It could be the way that you respond to their emotions. It could be just the way that you see them in general. And typically the way that we see others can a lot of times be a reflection of the way that we view ourselves. And so you find yourself taking those little pieces and putting them off onto someone else. In therapy world, we call that transference, countertransference, and that's kind of what ends up happening. We talk about you can't pour from an empty cup, and so it is so important to do your own work so that you're not bringing all those other things. I know as I was preparing to bring a child into my home, it was very important to me. I had already started a healing journey because I was just seeing all these things. I'm like, no, this can't be life. I need to do these different things just for myself. And then when I had the opportunity to bring a teenager into my home, I was like, okay, even better that we've already started this process because I would probably be really lost. Even though I teach parenting, all of that, it's very different actually doing it. And I hate to say that because it's not that before I didn't know what I was talking about. I still stand firm on everything that I've said as far as parenting. However, I also understand that there are pieces of me that come out as a parent sometimes that maybe I haven't worked on yet or I'm still working on. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, wait, we're going to talk about that in the next session because I don't want that put onto her. And one easy thing to really see how that happens is when we think of self-esteem. How do you feel about yourself? How you feel about yourself is going to directly impact the way your daughter feels about herself. You may become more critical of her because you have these attributes that you are not happy with or have not come to terms with, have not seen the beauty in, and she sees that. They watch us so closely. They see more of what we do than they hear what we say. And when you are feeling these negative things about yourself, and maybe they hear them. So take a mother who doesn't like something about her body. And for her, she always tries to cover it up because she's not satisfied with it. She's not good with it. And it's still very much an insecurity. Well, then when her daughter is showing maybe those body parts or whatever, and we're not talking about anything inappropriate, but say it's, oh, I don't like my knees, so I'm covering up my knees all the time. I don't like my legs, so I'm covering my legs up all the time. and your daughter hears that, and then you're also making her cover hers up, and maybe you're wrapping that into a modesty thing, but really it's because you are not good with yours, and so you automatically want her to cover hers up. I can think of a couple things with my own mother that was projected onto me, because it was like, oh, you need to cover this, you need to cover this. And so even as an adult, I was like, ooh, I have to cover this up, or ooh, I'm not good with these certain qualities or whatever. When really I didn't have any reason to be concerned about it or to have to try to cover it up and things like that. So that's just an easy, like, flat out way that I can explain it to you and how that happens. So a lot of times we think of healing in this big thing, right? Like it's so much that we think goes into it. And it is on certain levels, but at the same time, healing can just be learning to come to terms with who you are as a person, accepting as well as letting go of different things that have happened to you so that you're not projecting that onto others. Um, so, to be a good mom, do you have to be healed? I absolutely believe that there is a process that you need to go through to identify what things in you are not comfortable with and that might impact your parenting. Now, that's not always going to be absolute clear. That's not going to always be absolutely like crystal clear in what it is, how it's coming off. I guarantee you, the way that my mom talked about certain things, and particularly when it came to body image and things like that, that she really wasn't thinking like, oh, I don't want my girls to have a good body image. I'm sure that she wanted us to, but also we still hear how you're talking about yourself, what you're saying to us, all these different things, they play a role. So healing is important. You absolutely should take those steps to find what it is in you that may cause an impact on your daughter. So May 8th, we are going to dive into a lot of these different things: traumas, family secrets, healing with your daughter right alongside you, because sometimes we feel like, oh, I have to heal for her, but then kind of leave her out of the picture. And there are certain things that your family has endured that your daughter has endured it as well. We often think that kids don't need healing, but they experience things as well, right? And so, healing the Black woman, we are going to talk all of these things, and I'm so excited. Grab your tickets at www.notesbykaya.com/tickets. Again, notesbykaya.com/tickets, and of course, there it is. And yeah, I'm so excited. If you have any questions or anything, definitely hop in my inbox, put a comment, let me know. I am truly excited about this event. I believe that lives are going to be changed, and I am just happy to be called to be a part of that in your life. So that's all. I hope to see you soon. Again, that is May 8th. It is completely virtual, which means that anyone from around the world will be able to join us, and that is huge. Um, that's thank you to COVID, because I still would have been thinking real small, but we're expanding and growing, and I really look forward to seeing you at this event. If you have any questions, like I said, hit me on a DM. You can email me, notesbykaya@gmail.com. You can also leave a comment, and that is all. So thank you so much for watching. Please share, invite somebody to the event. I want this to be huge. And deadline to register and to receive all of the benefits of your ticket is April 20th. So hurry up and get your tickets now so that you don't miss out on any of the good things that we have for you. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.